Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our NBA video for Sunday, November 28th. It's only a 3-game slate, so I'm going to try to dive into this video as quick as possible. I do appreciate you guys acknowledging that I do take time to explain each player in the player pool, explain why I'm picking them, and give all the reasons. But I do want to make sure that, I don't keep these videos too long, because I do respect you guys' time, and I do know you guys have things to do. So I'll try to make this video as short as possible. But I do appreciate the feedback, and I appreciate that you acknowledge what I'm trying to do. So with that being said, let's jump into this slate. We're going to start at Draftkings. We're going to start at point guard. And we got Westbrook looking at us at 11,000. Westbrook. Westbrook is a good play. Obviously, he's part of the Three Amigos. He has his partner in crime right under him. LeBron James should not play tomorrow. LeBron James does not need to play against Detroit on a Sunday afternoon. LeBron James, the Lakers should be smart enough to understand that they will try to retaliate against LeBron. Isaiah Stewart for LeBron James is not not equal. Isaiah Stewart getting tossed out the game, nobody will miss him. LeBron James can't afford to get hurt. He can't afford to get tossed. If I was LeBron and the Lakers, I would sit LeBron tomorrow. We've seen him in his last game. He's playing fine. He has pep in his step. He looks healthy. He's smiling. He's in a good place. He does not need to play tomorrow. He's a good play. Westbrook is a good play. All three of them together are not good plays. Figuring out AD and who else goes off. More than likely it's going to be LeBron, but there should be enough talent on this slate where you don't have to put yourself in that position, especially for two guys that are 10,000 and 11,000. So, as these two guys are good plays and are in the player pool, we'll come back to them shortly. Morant out. Fox price has come back up to earth. So when he was in the 7,000s, now he's up to 8,000, where he belongs. He's a very good play against Memphis with no Morant. He's a top tier play. Van Fleet, same as him, top tier play against Boston. Cunningham is a good fantasy player. Will Detroit keep it close again against the Lakers? Will the Lakers come out with a little bit of attitude? Will Detroit come out with a little bit of attitude? More than likely, yeah. Probably going to be a close, chippy game again. 7,500, you're going to need about 40 fantasy points from him if you're going to pay 7,500 for Cunningham. Halliburton, you get a little bit of price drop. You get about $800 off. Halliburton, another good fantasy point, fantasy point per minute player. To be honest with you, I'm going to tell you exactly what Halliburton has been doing this year. Halliburton is a 1.01 fantasy point per minute player at $6,700. And I have him playing 33 minutes. So 33 minutes, 1.01 fantasy point per minute with a 16.55 usage. He's a good play. Halliburton is a good play. Halliburton is a top play against Memphis with no Morant. Marcus Smart, 5,700. If Jaylen Brown does not play, you play Marcus Smart. I'm going to say it again for the people that like to fast forward through the video. If Jaylen Brown does not play, you play Marcus Smart. Thank you. Tyus Jones, $4,800. He might be starting for Morant. We're not too sure. We're going to keep our eye on that. For $4,800, you're going to need about 27 fantasy points. I would prefer Tyus Jones to start rather than come off the bench. However, he is a good play. Corey Joseph, if he starts, is a good play, $4,500. Killian Hayes, I've played once my entire life. At $4,000, that is respectable. If he starts, he's a decent play, like a second and third option. I would use Killian Hayes as a bridge to get the pieces that I want in my lineup. So if Killian Hayes for $4,000 is the last piece of my lineup and he's starting, it's a fine play. If you're playing Killian Hayes because he looks cute, the price looks cute, then it's all wrong, because there's better plays than this. Don't play people to play people. You gotta have a reason why you're playing them. You're building a puzzle. You're building a master puzzle. All your pieces must have a purpose, and they must fit. You can't just play people to play people. D'Anthony Melton is $3,700. $3,700, a better play than Killian Hayes. If D'Anthony Melton starts tomorrow, D'Anthony Melton is a lock. D'Anthony Melton is a 0.99 fantasy point per minute player. I have him projected for 28 minutes. 0.99 is essentially a 1. He's a 1 fantasy point per minute player. D'Anthony Melton, his usage is 18.63%. That's with Ja Morant. Ja Morant will not be on the court. D'Anthony Melton is a lock. If D'Anthony Melton is starting tomorrow, D'Anthony Melton is a lock. D'Anthony Melton should be good off the bench also, but we've seen stranger things when people don't start. D'Anthony Melton is a lock. Davion Mitchell with D'Anthony Melton at $3,700. Davion Mitchell is not a thing. He's non-existent. Everyone else under Killian Hayes is deep dumpster diving onto shooting guard. We just spoke about Jaylen Brown at $9,200. He hasn't been paying off his price tag, his salary, and we're not gonna waste a spot with $9,200 for a guy that's not gonna pay off his salary. Jaylen Brown, last 4 games, 30, 27, 22, 28. That's not gonna cut it. Van Fleet, we spoke about him in play. Cunningham in play. Halliburton, first tier option. Buddy Hield's been playing a lot better. Buddy Hield's been paying off his salary, and Buddy Hield's in play. Just so you guys can see it. 24, 36, 30, and 44. That's his last 4 games. His salary, his fantasy points. Bane is going to be a good play. Bane is going to be a very good play. Your value is going to come from Memphis, and yeah, they're going to be chalky. Everybody's going to have them, but it's what you do with the other pieces. It's what you do. You get your chalk in, and then you switch it up with somebody that is not as low owned. That's how you do it. You just need one player to be low owned to take the money. That's all you got to do. I think DFS players, especially the amateur ones, they get too caught up in all the internet talk. You know what I'm saying? The chalky build, the contrarian build. I'm gonna fade this person because they're too. Listen, play people that make sense. Your lineup could be chalky, and you could switch it up in 1 or 2 spots. I mean, it's really not that serious. You play players whose salary could be paid off by their fantasy points. You're looking for them to hit 5 times value or higher. You pick up players that can pay off the salary. You make sure it fits so that every spot has a player that can pay off their salary, and that's how you get in the green. That's how you win money in contests. So if you stick to the basics, follow the game plan, you'll win more often than not. Let's continue. Where were we? Marcus Smart, we spoke about that already. No Jaylen Brown, you play Marcus Smart. Gary Trent Jr., he's questionable. He's a good play at 5,600. THT, if all three amigos play for the Lakers tomorrow, you don't play THT at $4,700. Malik Monk, same thing here. Your value is going to come from Memphis, not the Lakers. Frank Jackson, 3,800, good for him. Jason Richardson, if Jaylen Brown does not play, you play Jason Richardson. You already got Schroeder off the bench, and they're going to need his scoring, and they're going to need his defense, or whatever you call that. They're going to need him. Avery Bradley's at a good price, but he's $3,600 for a reason. He's not worth the risk on a 4-game slate. Guess what everybody else is? Correct. Deep dumpster diving. Let's go to small forward. Tatum. I like Tatum with no Brown, so that's the big piece we're waiting for. Anunoby. If Anunoby doesn't play, I love Siakam. I like Barnes. Anunoby and Barnes do the same thing. Anunoby will be a third-tier play for me. Barnes will be a second because he's $600 cheaper. They do the same thing, almost. I'll pick up Barnes. Dylan Brooks with no Ja Morant. It's going to be very important. Providing how the rest of the lineup shakes out, Dylan Brooks could be a first-tier play or a second-tier play. He's going to take a lot of Morant shots. So Dylan Brooks is in play. Harrison Barnes came back to earth. De'Aaron Fox has been playing better. I'll stay away from Barnes for time being. He is in the player pool, third-tier option, but won't be playing him. Sadiq Bey is in play. Everybody plays well against the Lakers. $5,700 looks like a second-tier play to me. Definitely in play. Kyle Anderson with no Ja Morant. If he starts, you're playing him. Let's say it again. If Kyle Anderson starts tomorrow, you play him at $4,300. Thank you. Diallo, no. Concher, no. Deep dumpster diving, yes. Power forward. AD. AD is a very, 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 very good basketball player. AD is a very, very, very good fantasy player. AD is very, very, very fragile. If AD wasn't so fragile and hurt all the time, I'd take him over anybody in the NBA. But you don't even know if he's going to make it through the game. AD's in play like he is every slate, but let's just see what else is out here. We spoke about Tatum. Siakam is in play. Depending on if Anunoby is in or out. If Anunoby is out, I might play Siakam. I will play Siakam. Horford with no Robert Williams in play. For those of you that are not up on Al Horford, let me jog your memory. Or let me help you out. He's only projected for 26 minutes. However, Horford is a 1.22 fantasy play per minute, and his usage is at 18.63%. What does that mean? That means that he can pay off his $7,400 ticket in a short amount of time. Is that going to happen? We don't know. But with Robert Williams not playing, he's going to get extended minutes. Al Horford is in play. Jeremy Grant at 7,100. His price tag is looking, what's the word I'm looking for? Never mind. He's in play. Jeremy Grant looks enticing. $7,100. They're going to be up for the Lakers tomorrow. Jeremy Grant at $7,100 is too cheap. We got Barnes, Jaren Jackson Jr. with no Morant. Do we think Jaren Jackson Jr. could produce with no Morant? I do, because he has guards on his team that are serviceable. Jaren Jackson Jr. is in play, $6,500. I'll say a second tier play, but he could be a first tier play. But he's definitely in play. Sadiq Bey, like I said earlier, is in play. Melo, I'm not playing Melo with THT. Marvin Bagley has been brought out the dungeon. Let's see what he's been doing. Last 3 games, 10, 20, and 27. Looks like he's trending upwards. Let's see something. Marvin Bagley is not starting. Marvin Bagley is a last. He's not starting. He's gonna be a last player in type deal at $4,500. You made your lineup. You have $4,500 left. Bagley is fine. We spoke about Kyle Anderson. Me too. I was never up on. 25, 18, and 18 fantasy points is not gonna win you anything. Grant Williams. A lot of people play him in contests. I don't know why. 33, 16, 19, and 21. That's not going to win you anything but stress and heartache. Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles is going to play at $3,600, but you're playing a big off the bench. You don't know how many minutes he's going to get. 11, 25, 23, and 15. 7, 6, 19. I'm sorry, that's his points. 9, 17, 28, and 20. Fantasy points. 2 unreliable. 2 up and down. Not for me. Let's move on to center. So we got through these first 4. AD, Siakam, Horford, Jackson Jr., I'm sorry. Holmes is out. Robert Williams is out. Olynyk is out. Isaiah Stewart, $4,400. He's a good play because he's going to be motivated. He's going to be very motivated. I would love Stewart if LeBron is not playing. If LeBron is not playing, you play Isaiah Stewart. If LeBron is playing, there's a real risk that he puts his availability to play in jeopardy to get revenge. So we'll no LeBron, play Isaiah Stewart. If LeBron is playing, I'll stay away from Isaiah Stewart. I've been watching basketball since I was 9 years old. So, I'm not saying I know everything, but I have a good sense of what's happening out on the court. If Braun is playing, I would stay away from Isaiah Stewart. But at the end of the day, you make your own decisions. $4,400, Isaiah Stewart, you're not really going to be missing much if you don't play him, but he is a good play. Achua, I'm not on Achua with Siakam back. Let's see what he's been doing. 14, 27, 28, and 20 at $4,200. I'll take the 28 and the 27, but he needs to start. And Siakam is everywhere. Siakam does everything, so it's hard to tell if you play him, Achua is going to be able to do his thing in the paint. That's the problem. You're better off going to Steven Adams at $4,000. Steven Adams has been playing 18, 24, 20, 18 minutes. 11, 26, 11, and 7 fantasy points. Steven Adams is not in play. Alex Len, No Rich Holmes if he starts. You might as well play Alex Len. 17, 4, 21, and 24. Listen, Alex Len is $3,500 on a 3-game slate where he's going to start. He's in play. May not be the greatest play in the world, but he's in play if he starts. And to be honest with you, if DeAndre Jordan starts, he's in play also. It's a 3-game slate. You got to play somebody. Alex Len's in play. Jordan's in play. Howard's in play. Everybody else is trash. We got 2 players so far. We need 3 more. We got Cunningham. I like Cunningham. I like Halliburton. I like Fox. Let's see what we're going to do here. We're going to play Fox. That's 3. I want to play Sadiq Bey. But Sadiq Bey is the type of guy to 24, 21, 24, and 13. Do that. Dylan Brooks. We're playing Dylan Brooks. That's 4. And until we get more news, we got Melton, Brooks, Grant, De'Aaron Fox. And because of the 3-game slate, and we might need raw points, let's pick up AD. Because we have the money for it. And he's the best fantasy player on the slate. So you got AD, Jeremy Grant, Dylan Brooks with no Morant, DeAnthony Melton with no Morant at 3,700, and De'Aaron Fox at 8,300. Alright, we're going to do Fanduel. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video, let YouTube know you appreciate what I'm doing. That helps me out with them. They share my video to other viewers. That helps us build our DFS team. And I appreciate you guys for doing that for me. We're going to jump into point guard on Fanduel. So we already know who we're playing. So now it's just a matter of plugging them in. Looks like there's an extra game here on Fanduel. This is a 4-game slate. Brogdon at $7,200 is non-negotiable. We're talking raw points on a 4-game slate. AD is 10-3, too cheap. Giannis is 11-5. There's going to be enough value on Memphis to let you play both of them. So we got 1, 2, 3. Hold on a second. So I need 3 more players. Dylan Brooks is 5'8", 5,800. Dylan Brooks is in play. I need 1 more player. See how quick that was? You know what? Let's look for DeAnthony Melton. Desmond Bane, 5,400 in play. DeAnthony Melton is $4,500. If DeAnthony Melton starts, you're gonna play him on Fanduel also. That's your starting 5. The value from Memphis is so cheap that you're gonna use the value from Memphis to play anybody you want to play tomorrow. Well, today it's 12:21 a.m. East Coast time. Let's jump to Superdraft, and we're gonna get out of here. All right, you got Westbrook 1.1, Actually, let's go straight to the Anthony Mountain. Remember, you need him to start 1.7. See where Tyus Jones. Kyle Anderson and Desmond Bain are good fantasy players. So whoever starts, you can play them. Halliburton, you can play there, 1.55. Dylan Brooks is a 1.45. You can play him. Cade Cunningham is a 1.35. You should be playing him. Brogdon is a 1.25. You can play him. I'm going to play Cade Cunningham instead. He just does so much. And he's consistent with doing a lot. And if Cade Cunningham isn't hitting shots, he's still getting his stocks. So Giannis is a super draft beast. AD is in play. So bonus is a 1.15. Siakam a 1.3. Is a super draft beast at his multiplier. Miles Turner might be a Miles Turner day. Jeremy Grant 1.145. And at center, you'll probably play Al Horford or Jaren Jackson Jr. or Miles Turner at a 1.4. I'm going to place a bonus for Sherwood Williams. You know he's going to grab rebounds. You know he's going to make plays. You know he's going to make assists. You know he's going to shoot the ball. So the Williams is what I'm concerned with more than the multiplier. Miles Turner could go out there and lay an egg. Alright. This video is over. A little bit long of a video, but I hope you understand what we're doing today, how we're attacking the slate. We're using Memphis value to play whoever we want. Make sure you get starting lineup for Memphis and you lock those players in. Melton, Bain, Brooks, Tyus Jones if he starts. You get them in there, you build your team. You be careful with Detroit and LA. Don't play Isaiah Stewart and LeBron. I wouldn't play Isaiah Stewart if LeBron is playing. If I was the Lakers, I wouldn't play LeBron at all. But who am I? Alright guys, you guys have been amazing. Don't forget, if you're new here, please subscribe. That helps me. Thumbs up the video. That helps me. Listen, this is my job. My job is to help you guys be successful at DFS. This is all I do. So that's why I ask you to help me. Subscribe, thumbs up the videos, and I'll keep doing what I'm doing, and I'll keep getting better and better. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day in NFL. Have a great day in NBA. Reach out to me in chat if you have any questions or comments. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Ciao.